Did you know that there are 5 different types of emails or email sequences that every online entrepreneur needs as part of their arsenal? Yeah, I'm guessing you probably didn't, because I didn't know that at the beginning. At the first point, I heard from people, hey, build an email list, email your people. I was like, cool. But what does that mean? And, I struggled along for a long time, but I ultimately cultivated a system that makes it very simple to help online entrepreneurs understand the journey that you're going to take people on from the moment they join your list until you sell to them. And it is a 5-part journey. Now, there's some other things that other people may want to add here and there, but ultimately the emails you're going to send fall into one of 5 camps or one of 5 general areas. And we're going to cover what those are in today's episode. Hey there, welcome to today's episode of Bobby Ruins Marketing, the email edition. If you don't know me, I'm Bobby Klink. I'm the founder at bobbyklink.com, but really what I am is a Harvard Law grad turned online entrepreneur who, I stumbled along for a while in building my business, but eventually I found my path, and a big part of it was email marketing. And so now people listen to me, come to me. I have copywriters who say they keep every email I send a swipe file. I've had people refer to my sales sequence as being as good as a murder mystery. So I may know a thing or two about how to write some good emails, and I want to help you take email marketing from something that's like, I got to send an email, into something that you enjoy doing and that's actually making you money. So that's what this show's about. And in today's episode, we're kind of diving into some of the fundamental stuff, which is understanding the journey and the path that you want to take people on. Because a lot of entrepreneurs make the mistake of not really knowing what to do. And it's not really a mistake. I can't blame them. They've been told, grow a list, send them some emails every week, and that's kind of it. And they don't know what else to do. And so I want to help you understand kind of an entire path that you're going to take your subscribers on from the moment they join your list until they buy from you. Now, some people aren't going to go on the whole journey with you, but let's walk through what that is in order. But before we do that, understand that each one of these steps is about helping with kind of different parts of what you need to be doing as a marketer, which is to build the know, like, and trust factor and help people make a decision whether you and your products or services are right for them. And so that's what we're doing here with email marketing. It's like they're on our list. And so it's like, okay, what are we going to do with them then to kind of build this trust factor and help them make that decision? So that's what you're doing. And you're doing different pieces in different steps of the journey. And let's walk through this. Now, the first type of email, it's a single email, but I call it the catch email. This is the email that you send to subscribers when they first join your list. It is specific to how they joined your list. Now, if they just join, filled out a form that says, hey, I want to join your list, and that's it, they're not getting a freebie, great. You still need to write an email that's really kind of about, that follows this structure. But largely, most people will be coming onto your list because they signed up for some kind of freebie or lead magnet. And your catch email is the email that you use to deliver that freebie. And it is an incredibly important email. And a lot of people are doing it wrong. A lot of people just say, here's your freebie, here's the free thing you asked for, I'll be sending you some more emails later. That's not the right approach. This email will have the highest open rate, the highest read rate of any email you're going to send to subscribers generally, because people want their free stuff. And so because of that, you need to take advantage of that valuable real estate to start building the know, like, and trust factor. This is an email that is primarily about building trust, about getting people to see you as the trusted authority that they should listen to when it comes to email. Now, the catch structure, it's actually, an abbreviation or an acronym, I guess. It's congratulate them, acknowledge their struggles. This tells me about you, a credibility boost, and hook. Now, I've got another video about that, and I'll tell you about it at the end, where you can go and we kind of go through that in more detail so you can really get that. But that's the idea. The point is that by doing this in the email, by speaking into the things they're struggling with and kind of helping them understand that you feel their pain, you will immediately become seen as kind of an authority who can help them on their journey. So that's the first email. And that email will be specific to the individual freebie. Now, if you have related freebies, these don't have to be individually crafted from scratch. But if you have very different freebies, like in my case, my business, I have legal stuff freebies, and then I have marketing or business stuff freebies. I have to send different catch emails based upon what they're signing up for, because kind of the pain point is very different. Me acknowledging their pain has to be different. And so you're going to tailor this to the individual sign up. So that's your catch email. That's the delivery email, the first email that goes out. The next category of email is a nurture sequence. Now, a nurture sequence can fall into two camps. If you have a low-priced offer directly related to what they just signed up for, your nurture sequence will be about nurturing them to buy that low-priced offer. So that's going to be a very simple. If you have like a $37 offer related to the freebie, you're going to send a series of emails that are about nurturing them to make that purchase. So that's one form of nurture. But a lot of people in my audience aren't doing that. They don't have an immediate sale. I don't do a lot of that in most of my stuff, so I don't use that except in a couple of little places. If you don't have an immediate sale, your nurture sequence is meant to serve a very different purpose. It is to help them get value from the freebie they just got. So what you're doing in this sequence is kind of digging a little deeper, diving a little bit deeper into kind of the points you cover in your freebie, if there's room to go down that route, to kind of give them more insight, to help them get value. Because the important thing for you to get is, if someone downloads your freebie and then never gets value from it, they don't see you as an authority. If they download your freebie, take action on it, and it helps them make progress, all of a sudden you are positioned as this authority figure. Again, that builds the trust factor, not to mention they'll probably like you because they're like, hey, this person helped me solve a problem. So that's what you're kind of trying to do in this nurture sequence. If your freebie is really simple, you're just going to do a simple, like, make sure they're using it, but you might go in depth more. So that's a nurture sequence. That will be tailored to the specific freebie that they downloaded. Again, you can see how it has to be related to that freebie, or that lead magnet that they got. So that's your nurture sequence. The third category is your welcome sequence. This is when you pivot away from being specific to the freebie, and you're talking more generally about your business and how you can help them. The idea of the welcome sequence, I like to compare it to like an orientation when someone goes to school. Like, in the old days, like when I went to college, like we had an orientation. I don't remember. I think we as freshmen had to go like a week early or something. And it was all about getting us acclimated to this new place we were going to be. Well, the same thing needs to happen in your business. Someone who's joined your list probably doesn't know that much about you. Some of them will know some things, but a lot of the people join aren't going to know a lot of detail about, what is your story? How is it that you got to be helping them do what you do? How can you help them? What's your free content? What's your paid content? They don't know all of those things. And so your welcome sequence is this way of welcoming them into your world. It's a series of multiple emails that's kind of giving them, the ABCs of you, if you will. So they understand those basics of your business. This is also where you start to add more of your personality. So they really get the feel for what you are, who you are as a person. I, for example, start my welcome sequence off with an email that's something like, buckle up, it's about to get weird, or it's going to get weird, something like that, because I'm telling them, hey, I got a lot of personality and my emails are going to have a lot of personality. I want people to know that, so that by the time they're done with that welcome sequence, they can decide, number one, am I someone who can help them? But number two, do they want me to be the person that helps them? Do they know me, or do they feel like I'm the kind of person they want to spend time with and have me be the person who's going to help them solve that problem? Because ultimately that kind of know and like is a hugely important thing. So that's your welcome sequence. Then once someone has finished your welcome sequence, and by the way, someone is getting each of these individually. They're not getting multiple at the same time. Once they're done with your welcome sequence, then they go into your weekly email sequence. Some people would call this your newsletter sequence, but this is kind of the emails you send every week. What I will tell people is, when you're first starting out, you should not be sending a newsletter. If you're only sending one email a week, you should not be sending a newsletter. You should be sending something very different. It's a weekly email, which is story-based. The purpose of these emails is to connect with your audience. It's to let them into your world so they can get to know you. And again, get to the point that they really like you and are connected with you. So then they want to do business with you. Now, if you're creating weekly content, which you should be doing, you're going to direct them to your weekly content from that email. But the goal of the email is not to get the click. It's to build the connection. It's to create the connection, have the conversations, and those things. That's your weekly email. Then the final category, the fifth area, is your promo emails. And this will depend on kind of what you're promoting, how you're promoting it, et cetera. But it can include everything from an invite sequence if you're doing some kind of event-based launch, and then the show up sequence so that they'll actually come to the webinar, the video series, the event, whatever it is. Then you have the core sales email sequence. And this is something that I think a lot of people make the mistake of thinking, well, I can just randomly send a bunch of things. But no, even within your promo sequence, you're going to take people on a journey. You have to help hit the points for conversion to make people decide that they want to buy from you. And there's different personalities, and you have to hit different things. And some of it is telling them what the offer is. Some of it is helping them understand what the alternatives are. Like, what would it cost them if they don't buy your thing? What is the alternative to that? What's the cost to them if they don't take any action? What do other people say about your product? You can see there's a lot of themes you're going to cover in this, but it really is something that you have to hit in an organized way. So that's your kind of promo sequence. So those are the big pieces. Those are the 5 big parts of email marketing, building an overall email marketing system: the catch email, the nurture sequence, the welcome sequence, your weekly emails, and your promo emails or promo sequences. So that's what you're doing. Now, hearing this, you're probably saying, holy crap, Bobby, that's a lot of stuff. How am I going to do all that? Well, I've got good news for you, because it is a lot. And this is not something that's easy. The good news is, I have an email marketing course that I used to charge for that now is completely free. It's called Badass Email Marketing. I teach all of this. We go into detail. You get a ton of swipe. You get to learn all about each one of these sequences, including how to create it, how many emails, how to space them, all of that stuff in my Badass Email Marketing. And it's part of my totally free program, BADA Online Marketing University, or BOMU for short, which is an overall program that has training programs, etc. So if you want to get access to the email course, here's what you do. Go to bobbyklink.com/BOMU. That's BOMU. bobbyklink.com/BOMU and sign up there. Once you do that, you're going to have to take the Introductory Online Marketing Foundations course, pass a quiz about that, and then that gives you points which you can then use to buy my email marketing program. So you do that, and you'll then have a foundation in kind of marketing principles, and then go on and you can take the email course and really dial in your email marketing so that you're kind of building a system out that's going to work for you and serve your business. So that's it for today's episode. But again, my call to action to you today: number 1, go sign up for BOMU so that once you're in there, you can get into the email marketing course. And if you want, before you get distracted by that, watch my video. What email should I send first? That is an email that will walk you through how to craft your catch email. So do that now and enjoy your day.